said earlier, I'll say a little something about each of the tools, and indeed I'll do that now because here they are. For those of you who are not familiar, these are the tools of the marketing communications mix. And you'll be familiar with most of them in name, but there are sometimes a few confusions, some elements that people get confused about. So let's just make sure we understand what these are. Advertising concerns non-personal communication designed by an identified sponsor. Yes, we need a sponsor, clearly identified, in order to endorse ideas, goods or services and delivered through paid-for media. Now that's the critical bit. Advertising is about buying media, renting time and space owned by others in order to communicate our message. Some people I've read and heard that public relations is about advertising, or even worse, free advertising. It is not. Public relations does not use paid-for media. Advertising does. And that's one of its significant characteristics. So let's pick up the next one, sales promotion. We've all been involved with sales promotion activities, haven't we? Yeah? These are incentives. Sales promotions are used to encourage us to buy now rather than later. Buy this product now and we'll get some benefit. That benefit is very often a reduced price per unit, or some additional gift as a premium, or some other voucher or benefit that we might value. Sales promotion is about accelerating future sales. And the value in sales promotion is that we can use it to outbid our competitors. So, I think, Rosie, you have a cat, yes? And you buy this cat food, yes? And there are a couple of major players in this particular market for those products. And if you go to the supermarket, you'll very often see there's a promotion on one of these brands and not on the other. Or we'll go the next week and there's a promotion on, well, let's be honest, it's Felix and Whiskas, isn't it? And very often they enter head-to-head with incentives to encourage us to buy 2 packs for a reduced price. Now, you've got 1 cat, you buy 2 packs. Are you going to feed all that to 1 cat in 1 week? I think not. Yeah? So what you've bought is 2 weeks' supply, not 1 week's supply. And the effect of this, of course, is that you've taken your competitor out of the marketplace. Your competitor is disadvantaged because you're not in the market to buy the following week because you've got one at home. So sales promotions are very often underestimated. The value of sales promotions can be immense in terms of your competitive activity and the way in which you can actually defend market share by taking customers out of the marketplace. Public relations. Public relations is, or used to be, concerned with the development of, I think they said it was the interest and goodwill towards our organisation. And then our learned colleagues evolved our understanding of public relations so that it's now about developing relationships. And I think both are valid, actually. They're still valid. And whether it's to do with the reputation of the organisation or it's to do perhaps with the reputation of the brand is not really that important. Public relations has an important role to play in the marketing communications mix. And I think many SMEs, small and medium-sized enterprises, don't undertake enough public relations activities with regard to their mix of communications. It's a very creditable form of communication because we're not paying for media, we're actually giving the opportunity to journalists and influencers in the marketplace to talk authoritatively about our brand. And of course those messages are seen by the audience to be credible because they're being communicated through third parties. So public relations has a major role to play in the communications of most brands and most services. Direct marketing. Direct marketing seeks to engage individual customers with the intention of delivering personalized messages. The goal is to build a relationship based upon their response, and it's this response element that is key to direct marketing, and is the one element, if you like, that separates it from the other components. We're actually using direct marketing in order to stimulate a response. Remember we talked about that doing, the behavioral component? That's what direct marketing is in striving to achieve. And it's a huge industry, as I'm sure you all know. Finally, personal selling. Personal selling concerns interpersonal communications. It's about face-to-face communications. It's about being upfront. We're trying to influence individuals or perhaps groups of buyers within organizations to act in a particular way. Personal selling is a really important component, particularly in the business-to-business market. And we need personal selling in order to achieve particular goals in the communication process. At the CIM, I asked a question in a recent paper about how would you use personal selling through the various processes of the organizational decision-making process. And I was quite intrigued that many students did not respond by saying at one stage, towards the end, that we use personal selling to close orders. Personal selling is about effecting behavior, about actually getting buyers to make a positive decision, hopefully in your favor. So personal selling, huge industry, very influential in terms of its activities.